hating ass peasants.
To define worth, you need a standard first. In the gaming scene, standards are pretty hard to come by. But every now and then, there's a shining light, holiness, and a godliness that should have its own religion. I'm not talking about goth girls with thick thighs. I'm talking about Vampire Survivors. Any overwhelmingly positive reviewed game on Steam is a masterpiece. Being overwhelmingly positive means that whoever developed that game got at least 95 out of 100 Redditors to agree on something. That this game is as near perfect as perfect gets. 119 games are currently seen this way. Actually, 117, but Counter-Strike Source and Half-Life deserve to be there, let's be real. Vampire Survivors is rated above Portal, Hades, Terraria, and it's one of, if not the most recent of these perfect games. So I thought it would be just and it would be right to use Vampire Survivors as the gold standard of gaming. I myself only have a meager 33 hours invested in this game. Rookie numbers, I know, and I bought the DLC, just haven't played them yet, but I wanted to support the devs regardless. So let's just look at the base game. For $5, I got 33 hours of fun, memorable playtime. Let's round down so that the math we're about to do is easier though. $5 for 30 hours, let's say, or $1 spent per 6 hours played, enthusiastically. But what happens if we use this standard of $1 for 6 hours of memorable gameplay to other games? The results are shockingly sad. Oh my god, this is depressing. How much money I've wasted. I'm the problem. I'm why game companies keep getting away. First, let's look at how much Diablo 4 is truly worth when held up to the standard. I'm a Diablo Andy, been playing Diablo 1 and 2 since I was 6 years old. Like, I don't know why my mom let me do that, called child services for real, but this must be done. It's time to set our standards. No more shall we pre-purchase bug-ridden games. No more will we throw away our mom's hard-earned money. No more shall we expect better from developers, all the while enabling them to continue their shady practices. It's time, brethren. Get out of your gaming chairs and march. Meet me at Blizzard headquarters in 3 days' time. No, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just kidding. Please don't do that. Please, Lord, do not do that. Do not ever do that. I paid $100 for Diablo 4, and then I pressed that button in Season 1 that didn't have a confirmation screen for some reason. The fast track for the Battle Pass. I got scammed, is what I'm trying to say. In total, I've played about 250 hours of Diablo 4, and only the first 40 or so were truly memorable and fun. So we'll use those to compare. $100 for 40 hours, or $1 for 24 minutes. By Vampire Survivor standards, Diablo 4 is actually worth... oh god. Diablo 4 is actually worth $6.67. And this is as of Season 1. Diablo 4 is worth $6.67. Now, let's do it backwards. By Diablo 4 standards, Vampire Survivors is worth $75. Actually, more because we rounded down before. Can you see the problem here? I can see it, and I'm blind as hell. In fact, I would probably rather pay $75 for Vampire Survivors than $100 for Diablo 4 in its current state. Whew. All right, next, New World. Enough said. Let's not forget that those first few days, I haven't felt that way since Vanilla WoW, or the peak of Arcade. And what an amazing few days those were. I'll give New World a good 100 hours of memorable, fun gameplay spread throughout my over 1,000 hours of game time. Jeez. This wasn't so much the game itself as it was just chilling with the boys, man. PvPing in Mirkgard, capturing cities, and chopping trees, baby. I quit before Brimstone Sands came out, so maybe this figure is inaccurate for others. But for me, $60 for 100 hours, or $1 for 1 hour and 40 minutes. By Vampire Survivor standards, New World is worth $16.67. Not bad. By New World standards, Vampire Survivors is worth $18. Better than Diablo 4, but still not even close to the gold standard. I refuse to do Lost Ark next because the amount of money I spent for the tiny amount of enthusiastic gameplay, I would have to admit I have a problem, which I don't. Chaos Dungeons and Guardian rates are the problem here, okay? They inflated the numbers. Okay, whatever. Let's stop picking on these poor indie projects with no funding and get some real competition in here. The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Now, I never play the expansions. I know I'm a piece of shit. But the base game on the hardest difficulty with New Game Plus netted me about 90 enthusiastic hours, $60 for 90 hours, or $1 for 1 hour and 30 minutes. By Vampire Survivor standards, Witcher 3 is worth $15. By Witcher 3 standards, Vampire Survivors is worth $20. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are about to go off saying, are you valuing New World? Fucking New World above Witcher 3? No, that's not what I'm doing. Listen, I'm saying I had more memorable, fun moments with the boys in New World, the social aspects of the game. Witcher 3 is a far superior game, hands down, and if you don't think so, don't procreate. Your bloodline should die off immediately, you worm. In my heart of hearts, I would give up watching Amaranth streams for the rest of my life in order to play Witcher 3 for the first time again, alright? For its price, sure, Vampire Survivors is better than Witcher 3, but the quality and intensity of the memorable moments in Witcher 3 make even Vampire Survivors seem small in comparison. They're both great games though. It's crazy to think how when you put things in their proper place and have standards and game perspective, just how morbid the outlook is. But I have faith. Baldur's Gate 3, Vampire Survivors, Path of Exile, Elden Ring, Bloons TD 6. These are games that renew my faith that no matter how modern gaming gets, no matter how many loot boxes and engagement features are shoved into games, that there will always be shining lights and standards to lead us back to our heart of hearts, to make us remember why we wade through all this crap, to make us remember we love gaming again. Here are some honorable mentions I thought you all might find interesting, but if not, thank you for watching. That's the video.